So Affordable Solar has been our name for 25 years, and we were doing bigger and bigger projects for larger developers. Do I hit the play button, maybe? No? Oh yeah, that's it. And so we split off, and Affordable Solar is now mostly an employee-owned business, doing residential and commercial and community solar. And then GridWorks is our new big boy name for working with large contractors around the country. Let's see if this works.
What if there was a way to power the Earth differently? A way that leaves the world a better place for the next generation. What if new systems and new technologies were created to make this possible? What if there was a company that could be trusted as a partner to bring these possibilities to life? A company whose mission lives beyond just hitting day-to-day milestones, and instead sets out to redefine the industry standard as a whole. And what if that company designed projects to last generations and then built them like they owned them? All with optimized costs and efficiencies at the forefront. And what if that company created more than just jobs for their communities and instead fostered an environment of career fulfillment for their team members? And what if that company could inspire their clients, employees, and vendors alike to be innovative, creative, and collaborative? Welcome to GridWorks, where what if is the question we ask and seek to answer every day. Where the only way to build for the grid is to think outside of the box. We have the power to engineer for the future, to procure for the future, to construct for the future. Together, we energize the future.
It's a really awesome opportunity to work for a company like Affordable Solar and GridWorks. We have been installing projects upwards of 300 megawatts now, and we're bringing those efficiencies to our smaller 5 megawatt community solar projects that we're building for ourselves, and would love to build for others as well. So GridWorks is mostly an EPC, so that's engineering, procurement, and construction, and the Affordable Solar side is on the development side. I just want to give you an idea of scale of these battery projects that we're installing and kind of an idea of what those look like. What's exciting about the battery projects is that they take up way less room than the giant solar projects. Those giant solar projects, 300 megawatts can take several thousand acres of land, whereas a large-scale battery project can take 10 acres, sort of size area constraints. These projects can be installed on right in the exact right locations for the grid. The Megapack is one of the primary ones that we install from Tesla. So each one of those little battery banks is a self-contained system that does its own air conditioning and optimization. It's totally self-contained, and each one is just under a megawatt of load. So each one of those is a megawatt, which is rough order of magnitude a couple hundred homes worth of power alone. So since rebranding, GridWorks has really taken off, not just because of the name, but also just because we've been creating some really great partnerships with Tesla and with other developers and building a lot of large-scale projects. Origis is one of those developers, and they're developing this project that I mentioned earlier at Escalante, the 200 megawatts. And it's really heartening to see what used to be a coal power plant now being repurposed and optimized for renewable energies on the grid and utilizing those same transmission lines. But there's been a lot of conversation with various tribes about, could New Mexico at various places on the grid store power efficiently, and could that be done on tribal land, and how much space does that take up? And, I know land is very precious for our tribe and pueblos, and battery is another option for those as well. We don't develop those projects necessarily at that scale, but we are building those for other developers. This is another project out in Rio Rancho, and we're about to start another, I think, 170 megawatt project out on the far side of Rio Rancho as well. And this is just another one of those battery projects. As I mentioned, GridWorks what's really exciting about those projects also being small is that we can utilize smaller amount of labor pools for those and work really efficiently from New Mexico to be able to build these projects in Texas and Colorado and California really cost effectively, because they're a lot easier to manage these kind of projects than thousands of acres of solar panels and the number of people that you have to maintain and optimize. Although we're doing that too, these can be a lot more fluid for us. And this is the Jicarilla project that I mentioned earlier, and we're hopeful that there'll be, if not one more, but two more projects out there as well. So that was just a little bit of a little background on what we've been up to as GridWorks. So GridWorks is building for affordable solar our 7 community solar projects, and I think I mentioned also what's exciting about that is they get to do a lot of research and development on those smaller projects and take those lessons learned to these bigger and bigger projects as well. So we're sort of used to experimenting on ourselves in order to figure out the exact optimal way to improve on these projects and build them faster and more efficiently, and for better long-term ownership as well. So that's it. Well, come more. Thank you.